The Dorne desert stretched endlessly, white-hot and merciless. The caravans moved slowly through the sand, every step a struggle, every breath a victory over thirst and heat. People groaned and stumbled, animals staggered under heavy loads. Every traveler knew that stopping could mean death. But these were no ordinary travelers. They were followers of Daenerys Stormborn, believers in the Mother of Dragons, convinced that she was their salvation. Each drop of water, every bit of shade, every survival through the harsh dunes was a testament to their faith. They whispered her name when despair clawed at their minds, telling each other, Daenerys will come. She will bring fire and water, and the world will be ours. The caravan had once belonged to Khal Drogo. The memory of the great Khal lingered in their stories, his strength and power inspiring them to endure the unbearable heat. The surviving riders and travelers carried his legacy forward, believing that their suffering was not in vain, it was a path to a destiny shaped by fire and blood. Water was precious, sacred almost, because the desert demanded respect. Travelers shared each precious drop only as necessity required, always invoking Daenerys' name before drinking, as if each sip connected them to her destiny. Some stole, some fought, but all lived in the shadow of their faith. She will save us. She will make the world ours. The dunes were alive with illusions. Some saw oases that vanished when approached, others heard the whispers of Khal Drogo's spirit and the soft roar of dragons in the distance. Nights brought chilling cold and nightmares. The desert tested not only bodies but minds. Those who hallucinated murmured prayers to Daenerys, imagining dragons carrying water and fire across the sands. When at last the caravan found a hidden oasis, they fell to their knees, drinking with reverent desperation. Water became a symbol, a link to their queen. Drink, my sisters and brothers, whispered the elder caravan leader, for Daenerys will give us fire and water, and the world will bend to her will. Palms shaded their bodies, but their hearts were warmed by faith. Sandstorms still came without warning, burying travelers and animals alike. Those who fell were sometimes lost forever, while the survivors dragged themselves forward, reciting the names of dragons and their queen. The desert takes the weak, the elders said, but Daenerys protects the strong. Fire will rise from these sands. Days blurred together. Heat, thirst, hallucinations, and the endless dunes threatened to break them. Yet each step, each survival, reinforced their belief that they were chosen, that Daenerys Stormborn would rise to give them not just water, not just life, but dominion over the world itself. Even as they left the last dunes and approached more habitable land, the desert had changed them. The followers of Daenerys had endured death, despair, and delirium, yet their faith remained unbroken. Each traveler knew that survival was only a beginning, the Mother of Dragons awaited, and with her fire and water, they would conquer all. Next phase, deeper into the desert trials. The dunes rose like waves, sand scorching their feet and faces. The wind carried grit into their mouths and eyes, forcing them to spit and squint in pain. Every step was an incredible effort. Some fell and could not rise, but the old caravan leaders dragged them forward, whispering, "Endure, and you will see Daenerys. She will bring fire and water." Young travelers hallucinated. They saw mirages of oases that vanished, heard the roar of dragons flying across the desert. Each sip of water was accompanied by prayer, "Mother of Dragons, guide us. Let us survive, and together we will conquer the world." Some tried to steal the remaining water, but the elders punished them, reminding them that faith was more important than greed. Nights brought cold and nightmares. Temperatures dropped sharply, and people shivered on the sand, trying to warm themselves against each other. Some dreamed of Daenerys flying on a dragon, carrying water and fire, others saw Khal Drogo fighting for their lives amidst the dunes. Fear and faith intertwined, each breath precious, each moment a struggle to survive. When the storm ended, the caravan continued. Some fell into sandy depressions, left alone with the desert. Others pulled them forward, murmuring, "We endure. Daenerys will not abandon us. Her destiny guides us." Water ran out quickly. Each skin of water was worth life itself. People argued, fought, sometimes to the point of death. Yet faith in Daenerys held them together. Every drop of water became a ritual, a prayer, a covenant. "She will bring us power," whispered the elders, "and the whole world will be ruled by the Mother of Dragons." Days passed, each similar to the last. heat, storms, animal deaths, hallucinations all forged them. But the harshest battle was internal: thirst, fear, greed. Some withdrew into themselves, others screamed in despair, some fainted. The old caravan leaders reminded them, those who keep faith survive. Daenerys' fire lights the way. The oasis on the horizon seemed small, almost unreal. People fell to their knees, drank water, wept, and whispered her name. Palm shadows offered relief from the sun, but hearts burned with belief. "Drink, brothers and sisters," whispered the leader, "for Daenerys will give us fire and water, and the world will be ours." Every day in the desert was a fight for life and faith. Surviving meant resisting not only thirst and heat, but also despair, keeping hope alive in Daenerys. They believed her power would bring dominion, and together with her, they would conquer the world. Next phase: sudden sandstorms and ultimate testing. Sandstorms rose suddenly. The caravan barely moved, animals stumbled, and people clung to each other. Some of the weaker ones fell, buried by sand, never to be seen again. The old caravan guides pulled the living forward, whispering, "Hold on, and you will see Daenerys. She brings fire and water." Young travelers hallucinated. They saw illusory oases, heard dragon roars carrying water through the desert. Every sip of water was a prayer: "Mother of dragons, guide us. Let us survive, and we will conquer the world with you." Some tried to steal remaining water, but elders punished them, reminding that faith was more important than greed. Nights brought cold and nightmares. The temperature plunged, winds cut through their bodies, and shivering travelers tried to warm each other. Some hallucinated Daenerys flying with dragons, carrying water and fire, others saw Khal Drogo protecting them amid the dunes. Fear and faith intertwined, each breath precious, each survival a victory. When the caravan emerged from the last dunes and approached more livable lands, the desert remained behind, but its trials stayed in their hearts. The survivors knew they walked not just for life, but for Daenerys. Her power and destiny intertwined with theirs. Every sip, every step, every nightmare survived was a step toward the ultimate goal: ruling the world with the Mother of Dragons. The names of those who survived remained alive in the sands, symbols of courage, resilience, and faith. The desert took the weak but forged legends from those who endured, because faith in Daenerys gave them strength to overcome thirst, storms, sand, heat, and fear. Khal Drogo's caravan became a symbol that even in the harshest world, survival is possible if the heart and mind refuse to surrender, and belief in the Mother of Dragons leads the way.